It is 4:20 in the morning. I just got back from my morning training. Still drinking coffee. And I'm gonna open up my computer. And I had a reaction on my video of the fight and the riot after the fight with Arek versus BADR 2. And a new subscriber, commented and said he was there, gave his side of the story, and he said that the word on the street was that Arek had been fired by Glory. But up until then, it was a rumor. I will read you guys the reaction at the end of this video, so stick to the end of this video for that. And I got up to go jog earlier, and I hadn't even looked at my phone, but I looked at my phone just a minute ago, and then I saw an article in Dutch from a Dutch sports article, a legit article, and guys, he did get fired by Glory. Let's get into this video. So how do you go from that to that? Basically, from having the greatest comeback in kickboxing history, allegedly, debatable, but yeah, pretty much, I actually agree with that one. Yeah, how do you go from that to being fired? In fact, how do you go from that to doing it a second time? To being fired? Is BADR being protected? Is Glory trying to just blame it on one party only, so that, because a lot of times it's easier to put the blame on just one thing, one person. It's a lot easier for the masses to grasp one person's fault only, instead of saying it's everybody's fault, right? I mean, Glory has to blame it on someone. They can't blame it on themselves, even though it was their fault. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it here above and I'll link it down below. Let's get into the articles. English and Dutch immediately afterwards. Glory verwijdert Arek Wrzosek uit rankings na rondgevecht met BADR. Glory lijkt helemaal klaar te zijn met Arek Wrzosek. Basically means that they're done with him, they fired him. Verwijderd, en zijn status is veranderd naar inactief. So his status got changed to unactive or inactive. So zijn gevecht met BADR, dat werd gestaakt omdat er massale rellen uitbraken op de tribunes in Hasselt, is gekwalificeerd als een gelijkspel. Basically, they're saying because of all the drama that happened all around the ring, this is why he was fired, and that that basically it ended up being a tie match, right? And basically they're still like okay, Glory is still working with the authorities apparently in order to investigate what went wrong. Yet they already made a decision to fire Arek Wrzosek. And the thing is here that BADR is still active. There was no consequences for BADR. Okay, now that said, I saw the images of everything that happened, and from what it looks like to me, and I saw it over and over again, from what it looks like to me is that on Arek's side, they were trying to calm everything down. And if you guys see the images, even Arek's trainer from Hammer's Gym is trying to calm BADR down, and BADR is not even listening to him, and he's like hyping up the crowd. Keep in mind, you're just taking a knee to the head. Most people don't know what that's like, taking a knee to the head. It's brutal. So who knows how dizzy he was? Who knows how he felt? In my opinion, you know, I don't think he wanted to keep going either. You know, I mean, why fire up the crowd like that? Also, BADR Hari has a history of being involved in criminal activities and breaking the rules and being arrested for it and slapping people around. Like he has a history of this. You know, it's he's known for that. I mean, not that that matters here, but the crowd that follows him look up to him, and a lot of them have this kind of mentality that he might not have now, but maybe he used to have it. So they're not talking about that part of this, you know, and that the fact that they started it now. It's unfair for Glory to only fire one of them and not both. They should either fire both or just keep both. Period. You know, that's it. I mean, it's just, I mean, just compare it to UFC. I mean, UFC has never had something like that happen. I mean, they have their fighters like Conor McGregor that cause a lot of drama at the ring, but nothing like this. You know, they don't just get rid of people like that. I mean, you should get rid of both of them in that case. But anyways, I'm going to read the reaction from the subscriber that told me ahead of time that Arek was fired. Like, he told me way before the article came out, guys. And basically, I will read his reaction right now. He says, from the beginning of our presence in the hall, bottles were thrown at us. Then, at the exit of the players, Moroccans behaved more and more boldly. Probably it's normal with them. If they didn't mind that, there were also ladies and kids sitting in the hall. We did not react until chairs, glasses, and other objects were thrown at us. I mean, you do see that in the videos, guys. None of you would have stood it. Even after the second round, Arek, cornerman, asked for him to calm down. What I said earlier. Hemmer's Gym asked for BADR Hari to calm down. And through the microphone, they also asked to return to the seats. If you know, of course, think about it, guys. I mean, think about it logically. On Arek's side, they just wanted the fight to keep going because they wanted him to win. BADR Hari's fans already kind of knew that he was losing. I mean, come on. I mean, let's just be honest about that, because we wanted our brother to win, you know. So they were trying to remain calm. But basically, you know, Hari, you know, teased his fans, and again, the same objects flew at us. They stopped the fight. Then, so the response was quick, and quick feet were of the fleeing. Provocateurs. Let them continue to blame us. Write this nonsense. Wrzosek was a fan of BADR. Remember that. This reaction is from a subscriber, Bartek. And thanks for sharing that with us, Bartek. And yeah, he let me know ahead of time, so I was already on the lookout for that. You know, it's just I just have to get my training in. But yeah, guys, it's messed up that Glory only puts the blame on one side. Now I hope they really change their mind. I was gonna do a prediction video, but I'm gonna do it anyway since I'm already here. Now, if BADR Hari versus Wrzosek 3 happens or would happen, this is my prediction for that one. Okay, guys? So, quite honestly, with the first fight, I already knew that BADR should have watched his left foot, because I saw Arek training the left leg. I saw him doing the training videos, really throwing that left leg. So I already knew he had to watch out for that left leg. I even told the people that I knew that, you know, he should watch his left leg. I just didn't make a prediction video. I know I should have, though. Then when the second fight came, I predicted how he would do it. If you haven't seen that video, you know, click up here or link it down below. I predicted how he would beat him a second time, and that's basically how the fight ended in the second round with that flying knee. I predicted that, you know, that it would be something like this. Now, this will be the prediction video for 3. Okay, now, by now, part 3, the corner of BADR Hari already knows that they gotta watch out for Arek's legs. They're gonna be looking out for his movement, and they're gonna be looking out, of course, for the head kicks on both sides, without telegraphing. So without doing this first, like most of them are used to doing. All right, now that said, they're gonna be looking out for that. So keep in mind, right, most people, when you're fighting most people, let's say I'm standing like this and I go, Most people, when you do that and they react when you're fighting them, if you wait 10, 20, 30 seconds and you do the same movement in the same manner again, most of the time they're going to react the same way. Most of the time, not all the time. So that said, if he starts to study how he moves from this, how he starts to react from that, how he starts to react from that, I think eventually, if he's backing up from the knee, he will turn that knee into a jump front kick, or if he comes in, he will turn that knee into a Superman punch. So from here, he'll turn it into a front kick if he backs up, or from here, he'll turn it into a Superman punch, which you basically go like that and you jump. Something like that, I think, would end up being the outcome of Arek versus BADR 3.
The moment of a lifetime.